I want to go to the Trotsky region.
You've picked quite a journey. But if you have the coin, then I'm at your service.
Here you are.
All right, wait a mo. I have to load up the cart and get the horses ready. All right, we're ready. We can go.
Let's get going.
Greetings. Hey, you're all bloody.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Remember how I told you about the Divoshenko of Samin?
Yes, the dead one from the rocks. I remember.
Now they're claiming they've heard a leshy around here.
Oh well, now just this.
Where did they see him?
Well, they didn't actually see him. They just heard him. By the Nabokov pond. One fella goes fishing on the other side. He said he heard him. He ran like a bat out of hell.
What else is new around here?
And that's about it.
Sounds interesting.
This doesn't... You.
Good afternoon.
What's going on around here,
You could stop by Semin. Yannick, the saddler's hand there, is looking... And that's pretty much...
Thanks, innkeeper. What's going on?
Nothing, if you look...
Where are you heading, laddie?
What's it got to do with you?
Nothing. Well, I was going to warn you, but I won't bother now.
Sorry, I didn't mean it.
And that makes it all right to jump down my throat like that.
It's just I was attacked here recently, and I only just got out alive.
All right, then. I can understand that. So listen to me, if you don't want any more trouble. If you're headed towards the Rock Tower Pond, make sure to avoid the abandoned barn.
What barn?
There's an old abandoned barn not far from here. Some vagabond has camped there. On the booze from morning till night. Right nuisance he is. I've tried to have a word, but the bastard came at me with an axe. That's why I warn passers-by, so they don't come to no harm. God only knows what that bloke might do.
Thanks. I'll keep it in mind.
At your service, sir.
Hey!
Good day.
Good to see you.
Hey, do you want to race horse?
I'm looking for someone who organizes horse races here.
You are in the right place, because I am not just some ordinary horse trader. You know, I am Mikolai, and with my horse Tooth, I organize horse races in this region. As a proper lovari, I make sure it is a challenge for both riders and horses. But we are missing a proper challenger. We cannot find a single decent rider anywhere around here. Even Bibrek, the best Cuman rider, is afraid of me.
Who is that Bibrek?
He is a Cuman who claims he's not Cuman. But he can shoot. I do admit that. When I started to organize races, he came up with his own archery ones, and happily wagers on them. But never mind him. We, Lovari, are more than happy to outsmart the likes of him in trade.
What does that mean, that you're Lovari?
Ask our horses about that. They will tell you how a proper Lovari cares for them.
Oh, I can't speak with horses. At least not sober.
A pity. Folks who understand them can trade them properly, Maybe even sell them for a good price. They are almost as clever as people. If Tooth happened to outlive me, he could easily organize these races on his own. What about you and your horse?
He's simply a partner, a friend and a helper. Rather like a dog.
That is how it should be. But not everyone understands that. And Bibrek least of all.
All right, but how about these races? How do they go?
Every challenger must first bow to Zamur. I tell you, he was a hell of a rider. People will talk about him until Judgment Day. There is an altar in his name in the woods nearby. If you do not say a prayer there, your horse will throw you before the race even starts.
I better not skip that then.
I will take you there. Shall we go?
Wait a moment. I'd rather speak with Bibrek first. You said he organizes archery contests?
Yes, yes. But you will see yourself, it is not worth it.
God bless you, sir.
Hey, lad, have you ever tried shooting from the saddle? It is better.
I'm looking for someone who organizes riding competitions around here. I spoke with Mikolai, and he said you're in charge of something like that here.
Daban horse. I am Bibrek.
Henry.
I'm glad to meet anyone who wants to honor the long tradition of mounted archery. Bow, crossbow, arrow, bolt, horse. A steady hand and sharp eyes. You gallop, you shoot. Targets fall and the groschen pile up. There aren't many these days who would challenge me and my mare first of 1,000. The Cubans are lazy, and Mick from the Nomads is just the same.
Why do the Cumans bother you? Aren't you one yourself by any chance?
I am Yassian, and my horse first of 1,000 is Kengli.
What's Yassian?
You see, we Yassians are something like bulls, and Cumans, Mordvins, Skipchaks, and Seljuks too. Those are sheep. But you must know that. After all, you have already had the honor of dealing with that Vasco's band.
So you're like quarreling neighbors. How did you ever end up here?
The Lord of the Heavens, Tangri, put me in his bow and shot me westward.
And why?
So I might spread his renown in mounted archery here, of course. So, what do you shoot with then?
From a handgun.
Oh. What is that?
It's a sort of metal tube on a wooden handle.
Then do not lend it to Mikolai, or he will just melt it down to make horseshoes.
Mikolai wasn't too thrilled about you either.
He's a decent enough rider, and that is about the only good thing I can say about him. Well, at least he's not a Cuman.
All right, but what about the race? How does it work here?
One thing at a time. There is an altar in the woods over there that I built to the great Yassian marksman, Karachin. Every rider must bow to it before the competition. That is our custom. So, what do you say? Shall we go?
Hold off on.
Suit you. Take care, sir.
What was it?
Bow and
Let's go to the altar.
follow me. Here it is. Karachin's altar in all its splendor.
So, what should I do then? Is a bow enough, or should I pray as well?
You need not pray, but repeat after me. May this altar belonging to Karachin, the greatest archer of the Yassian tribe, be in this land an everlasting reminder of his glory on earth and in the power of God.
Damn it, Bibrek! Užarava zhoj oda zkušeného.
Do not interrupt, Mikolai, and get lost while you're at it.
I'm not going anywhere. And you stay here too.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
I built this altar here. It is Karachin's grave.
You only claim it after I dedicated it to Zamur. Before that, you did not care about it.
I dug up 4 arrowheads here, a harness and a kinjal. It is clear.
I heard Zamur spirits hammering horseshoes here. And in the morning I found scattered coal.
I scattered it myself to drive away evil forces from Korochin's grave, you fool.
One more word and... Look around. Only dark, dangerous woods everywhere. But the spirit of Zamur protects us. In camp, on the road, and during races. Reason enough for him to have this altar.
So that is why you're holding your races up there. You fear the woods, so you would rather run your horse across a field. This is the grave of Yassian war leader and warrior. The god Tengri must have guided him this far. This altar belongs to him. Every arrow loose that hits its mark is in his honor.
Only you are shooting at straw dummies and targets stuck together with manner. Oh, mighty warrior.
You see, I'm training. For the likes of you.
Fellas.
Sorry, Henry, this has nothing to do with you.
But this is actually useful for us. Let him decide whom the altar rightfully belongs to.
So tell us, Henry, which is better? Straight up honest horse racing or hoofing around shooting at targets?
I'll give you hoofing around. Mounted archery is a noble art. So?
Why, a nightly tournament, of course.
Huh?
A joust with lances, horses in caparisons, riders in full armour.
What?
They charge each other, lower their lances, take aim, and whack! A shower of splinters, and one of them, sometimes both, go flying.
That sounds like a damn quick way to meet the Lord.
Look, we're supposed to be racing, and here you are squabbling over a heap of rocks. Can't you just drop it?
Ask around the camp. Everyone will tell you the altar is mine.
Not a chance. Everyone knows I was the one who built this altar.
But you haven't asked anyone yourselves, have you?
Why bother? There is no judge here who would understand.
I could try to find somebody like that. A groom or a stable owner.
Among the Gaja, they will chase you away as soon as you say you come from us.
Mikolai is right. To them, I'm just a human child eater.
But since we already have you here, Henry...
We'll probably not find anyone better.
I saw you drinking with the Cumans, so perhaps you will truly be impartial.
And who would he side with anyway? You are more human than I am.
Perhaps you are right. He helped reconcile Marika with our Waida. Perhaps he will help me now.
He did it for the money anyway. Do not read anything into it. So, how shall we do this then?
You and I shall prepare a few challenges for Henry, so he understands what is at stake. If he manages both, we shall accept his judgment.
Very well. Whatever judgment he delivers about the altar afterwards, I shall accept it.
Finally. Can we begin now? After that, I'll make up my mind somehow.
This is a serious matter. You would not want Karachin's spirit to punish you.
Zamur will remember as well. Be careful. So, which will you start with?
First, I'll...
Mounted archery, of course. While the horse is still fresh.
Pashtu ograjcha banjola, usomeleha kerava. We are starting with the race.
I said it first.
First.
So, where shall I begin?
Yo penal... Kayo Lukos.
So how do these races...
First, you should know these races are a bit different from the one you run against Tibor. You lost the bet as well, so listen more carefully to this. Once a day, up above the camp, 4 fellas meet and arrange a race. We have a small spot, right next to Baybrek Circuit. Each race starts and finishes there. Then race checkpoints are set up. They are placed in spots the locals know. Though these local names are tough for outsiders. Places like Zeleov or Tachovitz. Not to mention all those ponds.
What do the checkpoints look like?
There are 2 poles with flags, next to which there is a fire pit. Smoke rises from it, and someone usually stands by it. The trick is to figure out the best path from one to the next, and so on until the finish. You can ride through the forest, weave between trees and rocky slopes, or stick to firm roads and make your journey longer.
It'd be an advantage to know the countryside well.
Do not worry. Some local lads managed to get lost a few steps from their own birthplaces. You can decide for yourself how tough you want it to be. But take care. The best riders here know the land inside out and are not afraid to take shortcuts at the gallop. Anything else you want to know?
Are you calling a race?
We dragged you into it anyway. The first challenge is just a simple warm-up race. Just so you see how it goes and get a feel for how to handle the horse.
Where are we going?
To Semin. There is a little pond across the road from the fortress. Once the race starts, you ride east. Go round the pond on the right through the checkpoint, then drive your horse straight back towards me. We will do it without bets this time. But the fellas will not go easy on you. Zamur, dik proda prekitke riben. Savore grajengen neve petali. Ole sojek feder prastarla, somnakune petali avila. We set off at the horn.
Come on! Faster! Faster! Ja! Go! Go! Keep it up! Quick! There! Phew.
He's really pushing that guy.
Savore soka.
How did it all end, Mikolai?
You came first. Congratulations. But that was just a little warm-up ride. To let the horse get used to it, you know? The second race is going to be a proper event with all the bells and whistles. Feel like another run? For a change, we do not have to wait all day.
I'm in.
Like I said, now you will be going for the real race. Still without bets, though. You will be passing 3 checkpoints. The first one is by that Semin pond, which you already know. Then you will continue east to the Zhar homestead. And finally, you will head northwest to Zheleo. The last checkpoint is right on the village green. So be careful not to run anyone over. Then get back west to us. Straight to the finish line. Are you keeping up?
Pond, then east, then northwest, and west to the finish.
Watch out for the livestock grazing in the fields. Do not head out on the horse and come back on a cow. Let us ride. First place or nothing. Le gresen, le guruveske shelo, u amenge tarjimol. Get set.
Come on! Faster! Quick! We can do it. God. On to the next. Come on. Go. Keep it up. Go! Go, go, go! Quick! God! We made it! Phew!
Not everyone has reached the finish. Be patient. My word.
How did it all end, Mikolai?
A second victory for you. And that was a proper racing event. Good job. I reckon I know which course you will do last. The lads would not mind another go. Are you in?
I'm in.
Let us do this. I have figured out the final challenge. There will be 4 checkpoints this time. Quiet the road. Still with no bets.
Let's hear it.
The first checkpoint is on the green in Zhalayov, which you know already. You will head northeast from the start, out of the village, and carry on that way. The second checkpoint is not far from the quarry, below that twin tower castle on the hill. Then you will head south to the Troskovitz graveyard. Once you have passed that checkpoint, keep going south to the greengrocer's farm in Slatego. Then go west from Slatego straight to the finish line.
So that's twice northeast, twice south, then west for the finish.
Finish first, and I will accept your word in the dispute. Without Zamor's favor, you will not stand a chance anyway. Let us set off. Le Gresen! Le Guruveske Shelo! U Amenge Tarjimol! Get your horses ready!
Go! God! Come on, we can do it. God. God. Keep it up. Go! Quick! Keep it up. On to the next. Come on. Go. Ja. Just a bit further. Let's go! Let's go! God! Go! Keep up! Quick! Whoa! Whoa, go! God! God! Keep it up. Quick.
He's really pushing.
Finally! The finish!
May God give you health here.
The others are still riding. Wait here with us. Here you are.
How did it all end, Mikolai?
First place! It was a joy to watch, I tell you. You have covered 3 laps now, so you know what it is like racing with Zamur at your side. I take your word as equal to a true Lavaris.
I'm glad to hear it.
If you want to try again, feel free to drop by. But I will be taking bets and only letting you ride once a day, so the horse is not run into the ground. You will have more routes to choose from, and I will put the region's best riders up against you. There is plenty to look forward to.
Understood. Thanks, Mikolai.
Good morning, lad.
I'd like to ride a shoot.
I do not see any weapon on your back that is used for shooting around here. First get yourself a bow. Farewell, my... friend.
Will you set up a course?
You have come to the right. Perhaps you would find it helpful to know how things...
True. So what exactly is mounted archery like? What do I need to know?
Before you ride your first race, you must know at least the basic rules. Otherwise you would feel like a foal having kumis poured over its head. We ride up above the camp, where I have set up a circuit. I paced it all out myself, so the paths are narrow and the horses can only manage a canter. They are afraid to go faster. Do not try it anyway. You cannot really shoot properly at a gallop because you need your hands free. If you do not want to guide the horse yourself, let it follow the path. It will find the right route on its own.
What can I shoot with?
A bow or a small crossbow. I will always give you a bit of ammunition at the start. We have 3 types of targets, each with different points. Different courses have different scoring systems. On each of them you compete against the points I scored there.
How do I know which way to go?
The course you will ride is always marked. If you still get lost, just leave the route to your horse and focus on shooting.
Anything else?
You have limited time to score points, so do not stop anywhere. If you miss something, you miss it. Just ride on. If you finish before time runs out, you get 5 bonus points. Anything else you would like to know? If you forget something, feel free to ask. I will not bite.
Good to know.
Now, on to the race. First, you will ride the course I call Torque. It is more than enough to get acquainted with mounted archery. It is not particularly difficult and it is fairly long, so you will have plenty of time to try everything. It just goes in a loop, so let your horse follow the path. It will leave your hands free for shooting. To win, you only need to match my number of points. If you shoot more, so much the better for you. For starters, I will waive the bets as well. That is what a good soul I am.
All right. Let's get to it.
Amu jön tömeg, és bökjön felfelé hüvelykujjával. Áldozzunk a legkiválóbb tejjel. Dicsérjük a csodás paripákat. Ready?
Nice one, Henry. Sacra! Down it goes. Whoa! 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 Quick! What have you found, boy? So, how did it turn out?
You have conquered the first course. I knew you would manage it. Though Karachin's spirit must have helped you a bit. For the second challenge, you will ride a different course. I think I might already know which one. Do you want to ride some more?
For sure.
For the second challenge, you could try Hunskall. It is not much harder than the first one, but its shape is a bit different. Halfway through, it crosses the center of the loop. If you let him, your horse will find the right path on his own. I will allow you the same or higher point total than I have on that course. And do not worry about wagers just yet.
I'm curious to see how this goes.
Ámuljon a tömeg, és bökjön felfelé hüvelykujjával! Áldozzunk a legkiválóbb tejjel! Dicsérjük a csodás paripákat! Ready? Ready?
Hey! Whoa! Whoa! Yes! Whoa! 1, 2, 3. Yes! Easy. Nice and slow. Go! Whoa! All right. Tell me.
If I counted correctly, you have now finished the second test. You improve with every hit. Only the third and final challenge remains for you. Since you are already here, will you ride?
For sure.
Now the third and last course awaits you. You are already doing better than the most seasoned human. You deserve a real challenge. I will set up the course I call Wineskin.
Oh. And which way does it lead?
That I will not tell you. But do not worry. There are still markers. We will not bet on it. And again, I will accept either your win or matching my points. If you manage it, you are done.
Let's do it then.
Ámuljon a tömeg, és bökjön felfelé hüvelykujjával! Áldozzunk a legkiválóbb tejjel! Dicsérjük a csodás paripákat! Henry's ready. Hold on!
Boom! Ah! Yeah, yeah! Fuck! How's that possible? I've got you. Down it goes. So,
Do not fret. The third course is conquered. I look at you that way too. So
excellent. That's good to hear.
you have enough skill now to try other courses and difficulty levels too. And make sure you place a wager next time. Drop by. What? You're covered in blood, my...
I've completed the challenges. You and Mikolai promised to abide by my ruling.
And we shall keep that promise. We will decide it at the altar, right before Karachin's eyes.
Just you wait. All right, let's get to it. You trust me to judge fairly and end this dispute. I've conscientiously completed both of your challenges. And I must say, me and my horse had a great time.
Fine, we understand, but what about the altar?
Well, who does it belong to?
I reckon it's...
Wait! If you decide in my favor, I will teach you a riding technique you cannot learn anywhere else.
Ha! I have something even better. Agree with me and I will teach you my secret archery trick.
You think I can't judge fairly? Suit yourselves. Tell me about that technique, Bibrek.
My grandfather taught me this technique, and I would appreciate it if you kept it to yourself. I will teach you how to hold your seat properly, so you get the best draw on your bow and give your arrows more power.
And now you, Mikolai. Tell me about your technique.
My father taught me this trick, and I will gladly pass it on to you. I will teach you how to read the terrain and roads. If anyone waits around the bend, they will not catch you off guard.
So, that's that.
Let me help you a bit more with this decision. Say the altar belongs to Karachin, and you will get his chanfrein. I need not tell you what a rarity that is.
What good is chanfrein? The horse can hardly see the road in it. Henry, if the altar goes to Zamur, I will give you his bridle. It will make your horse fly like the wind.
You two are quite a pair. But let's not spend 3 days over this. My final decision. The altar shall from this day forth and forever belong to Bibrek and to Karachin, and to mounted archery in general. It was the most enjoyable, and the altar should honour it.
Rubbish! It will always be the speed race, no matter what some gajo says.
You promise not to dispute Henry's ruling.
I will not. I shall just never speak to you again.
Give him a moment. He will calm down.
I tried to choose honestly.
And I've had, with the trick I shall teach you and with Karachin's chanfrein, nothing will catch you off guard on the road.
Thanks, Bibrek.
Come and shoot again sometime.
Come to me instead. I will show you what racing is really about. You might even change your mind.
Now I need to decorate Karachin's altar properly.
Well, that's up to you. Take care, fellas. What have you found, boy?
We could put even more arrows there.
To our King Wenceslas. When I imagine what the tournaments at his court must have looked like. Lances, horses in caparisons, polished armour. True aristocratic entertainment.
Enough with the knights already.
Harry, this is a serious matter.
To Mikolai and Zamur. and to racing in general, which was the most fun for me. And the altar should be dedicated to it.
Nonsense. I say nonsense. A lövészet az igazi művészet. Kár is a szóért.
Hey, we agreed to abide by his word, so stick to it.
I chose honestly.
And I appreciate that. The same goes for Zamur, who will watch over you on the road from now on.
Thanks, Nikolai.
Come and ride again sometime.
Come to me instead. Obviously, you have not really got to know mounted archery yet.
Now, I will need to decorate the altar a bit more.
That I will leave to you. Very well.
Good dog.
I thought you guarded the secret
Show
of
me.
those horseshoes of yours.
But do they not look splendid here?
Me and Mark.
Fine.
Well,
Both of them.
What?
The wisest, you know, it is both. No, the old. But look at.
oh yeah, I so,
I can't. Modest. Is it
but
Then you
I go
And I got...
so.
first of 1,000 and tooth?
Right on target. Though he mostly calls his horse Dund. That is in their tongue.
You call your mare something else as well. I cannot even pronounce it. Too many,
So you do have something in common.
Grandfather Korochin would likely be pleased if we made peace.
Father Zamur must have been tired of all these constant quarrels too. So, what about these rewards now?
I believe I'm entitled to rewards from both of you, am I not? You both hold the altar.
Very well. As a proper Yas, I keep my word.
And I too, as a proper Lavar.
That should do it. Do you need anything else?
We need to decorate the altar a bit more.
I definitely want to put this arrowhead there. And the coal for evil forces.
I shall bring racing horseshoes. Umarikli.
And the jug of kumis.
I hope you've got enough space there.
Never you mind. Should there be any dispute, we know who will judge us again.
All right, I'll leave you to it for now. See ya.
Show me.
Such a gajo. And he still outsmarted us. Did he not?
Indeed. I never thought he would recall the names.
First of 1,000. Really is a lovely name.
Hey, listen. If you ever need help with those races, just say the word.
Thanks. If you ever need baskets or straw for targets, feel free to drop by our place.
Good morning, lad.
Will you set up a...
Sure, and I'll be wanting...
What if I have...
In that case,
That sounds good.
they'll read it, the course, but so...
Thanks.
So which one?
This one, the cowrie.
How much will you bet?
This'll be interesting.
Good luck! Ámuljon a tömeg, és bökjön felfelé hüvelykujjával! Áldozzunk a legkiválóbb tejjel! Dicsérjük a csodás paripákat! Henry's ready. Hold on! Hold on!
Yeah, yeah!
Whoa.
I've got you.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
I've got you.
It is over!
Whoa.
Well... You have the same as I. Your winnings. Another race?
Let's go for...
What are you...
I've chosen the cowrie.
And how much...
This much.
Good luck! Ámuljon a tömeg, és bökjön felfelé. Dicsérjük! The rider is in position. Hold on! Hold on!
Take that! Down it goes. Hey, third in a row. Take that! Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Woo-hoo! 3 in a row. Yes!
Are you coming to Gifeli? You scored. Here, take what is yours. Another race?
I'd rather.
Tried everything, you know. It's hopeless. For God's sake, can't you be quiet even for a moment? I never gave up. I just wanted to get out of here. Don't you play games with me. You can count yourself lucky I'm tied up. What a stroke of luck. You turned up just at the right moment, lad.
What are you doing here?
Well, nothing much. I was standing around when someone decided to tie a tree to me. It's awful. Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Would you be so kind?
Sure. Why not?
It's lucky you happened to pass by when you did, lad. I hate to think what beasts might be lurking in that forest. I'm, watching your back, friend. You can count on that. Man against wild beast. That would make a painting. Give it to them, the beast. It's not easy to talk with my hands bound. Could you please untie me? It's not easy to talk with my hands bound. Could you please untie me? Oh, thank you, lad. I'd like to embrace you now that I finally can.
That's all right.
What do they call you?
Henry of Scallis. And you are?
Magister Voiticus ex Aridus. A pleasure to meet you, Henry.
Listen, you, Voity...
You know what? Better call me Voiter. It'll be quicker.
So, what were you doing with that skull, Voiter? Was it my imagination, or were you talking to it?
Well, sometimes I just do that to sort out my thoughts.
Better than talking to myself, don't you think?
There might be something to that. Just recently, I was talking to a ram.
I hope you were only talking.
Where did you actually get that skull?
Let's say it's my personal muse. It notices things I can't see and tells me about them so I can paint them. I'm a painter, you see? And apart from a few unpleasant moments lately, I spend most of my time over there at the castle.
And you were looking for inspiration by the tree, or what?
Of course not. I ended up there partly because of my own curiosity, and partly, because of the rash nature of others.
Do you always talk this vaguely?
Only when I'm trying to look imposing. You know, with my hands tied behind my back, I didn't make the best first impression, and I'd like to make up for it.
Believe it or not, I've had even stranger encounters.
Really? Then you have to tell me about them, but preferably another time and place.
So what is your name then? Voita, or that Voity something?
Well, that depends on who I'm talking to and where. But for you, I'm simply Voita. Nothing else is worth mentioning, or appropriate to say.
So you work at Trotsky? What exactly do you do there?
What would a painter do? With brush and paint, I bring beauty to where there was only emptiness. In short, pretty much everything. Restoring the murals and the banquet hall, a few new shields for the castle garrison, and mostly decorating parchments. My opus magnum still awaits me. Only time will tell what that will be, but hopefully it will reward my years of toil.
All right. So what exactly happened to you? And try to make it clear.
They nearly shot me, then beat me up, and finally tied me to a tree. That's what happened.
You know what? Tell me the whole story nicely from the beginning.
Actually, this whole day got off to a bad start. I went for a walk to Slatigo. The scenery there is lovely, and I needed to clear my head a bit. But imagine, an arrow almost hit me. These two fellows had set up an archery range among the trees, but they somehow failed to notice they were next to the road. By way of apology, they invited me over, gave me a bit of wine to calm my nerves, and one of them offered to play dice. But he seemed to win suspiciously often, if you get what I mean.
He was a cheat, eh?
Mm-hmm. I noticed he was secretly turning the dice, and naturally, I got angry. But instead of apologizing, he started shouting at me, and his mate whacked me over the head with a stick. And then I woke up here.
Well, you're pretty lucky you survived at all.
Luck had nothing to do with it. It's all thanks to you, my friend.
Don't mention it. I was happy to help you.
Really? Then maybe you could help me one more time. It certainly wouldn't be for free.
And what exactly am I supposed to help you with?
Leaving me here for the wolves apparently wasn't enough for those two. They robbed me as well. Just look around.
Can you even tell if something's missing in this mess?
Yes, my dice, and especially my set of brushes. I could live without the dice, but I can't paint with chicken feathers.
All right, I'll help you. But I won't do it for free.
I wouldn't ask that of you, my friend.
All right. I'll make damn sure those two give everything back.
Thank you so much. But if I may ask, try to persuade them by words, not by the sword.
Don't worry. I'm no bandit or a killer.
Then I was damned lucky that it was you who turned up. There are plenty of killers around these parts.
All right, then. I'll go and look around for your thieves.
Thank you. I'll head back to the castle for now and think of a way to repay you for all of this. You'll find me in the loft, in the tower called the Crone. But first, I'll tidy up here a bit, and most importantly, finally have a sit-down. You know, I was standing tied to that tree for quite a while, and these legs of mine aren't the youngest anymore.
Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
So, how are you feeling now? Any better? Watch out. Hey there, stranger. Come and join us if you...
Who are you then?
Clovis. They call me Four-Leaf Clovis on account of my luck. Why do you ask?
Do you remember the painter, Voiter? I'm here for his things.
What? I don't know no Voiter, let alone no painter.
Really? I found him tied to a tree under Trotsky. He said you took his brushes. And some dice?
That's a nice story, but I'm telling you, I ain't got no idea what you're talking about.
If I were you, I'd remember quickly. Right now, Voiter is willing to let it slide. But if I come back empty-handed, he might want to handle it the hard way.
All right. Clearly that blow to the head wasn't enough of a warning for him. But if I was you, I'd give that loudmouth a few more knocks. It won't hurt him now.
What really happened between you and him?
Well, Ura mistook him for a deer. Shame he missed.
And then?
He was a bit shaken, so we invited him over here. Only that crackpot started spouting all kinds of weird nonsense. And then there's that skull of his. Tell me, who in their right mind carries a human skull around? Well, you know how it ended. He got a beating and ended up by the tree, where you found him.
Wait, what weird things was he saying? Voiter described the whole thing to me completely differently.
Well, he was lying to you. Now you see what kind of a fucker he is.
Or maybe you're the one lying to me.
Then I wouldn't have admitted we hit him over the head with a stick, would I? I'm telling you, there's something off about that fella. He was telling Ura that someone's going to murder him or something. Get this, he claimed his skull told him so. If I was you, I'd watch out for him.
Didn't occur to you he could have died tied to that tree? You'd have a murder on your hands.
Oh, don't exaggerate. We dragged him all that way on purpose so he'd be clearly visible from the castle. He was perfectly fine when you found him, wasn't he?
I suppose. But apart from me, he was also found by a couple of wolves. If I hadn't been there, he'd be painting all the saints in heaven now.
See? That rascal's got some luck. Must be the devil helping him, mark my words.
Where are the painter's things?
We divvied them up. I was in need of some new dice. Ura wanted the skull, but I talked him into taking the brushes instead. And a good thing, too. I never want to see that grinning monstrosity again.
Can I take those dice?
Hang on! Just like that? Do you even know what I had to do to get them?
Whack someone over the head with a stick?
Exactly. So, what will you give me for them?
How about we play for them? Dice acquired by unfair means only bring bad luck anyway. But you probably know that best of all.
All right, fine. At least I know you won't cheat. We each play with our own dice, and the winner takes the unlucky ones.
I'll check how much I have on me. Here am I, groschen? Let's do this.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side. These ones here. Here. Damn it! They're yours, lad. These ones here. Oh no! Not good. This. That's as far as I go. It's yours. These ones here. Here. My God! Oh, come on! That'll do me. Roll. My God, by thunder! If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd say there's some devilry at play.
No devilry here. Just a sign that you should hand over those dice to me. Maybe then your luck will come back.
Here you go. May the painter choke on them.
My God, you're all covered in blood.
I'm here for those brushes you stole.
What brushes?
Now, don't bother denying it. Clovis has already spilled everything.
Oh, and he was the one telling me to keep my mouth shut. Said we'd be rid of that madman.
Why did you beat up Voiter like that?
Well, it was mostly Clovis, although I nearly hit him with an arrow first.
I heard that part already. What happened next?
Well, we brought him here, but then he started saying all this strange shit. He had a skull with him, like a real human skull. He wouldn't let go of it. And I honestly couldn't tell if he was talking to us or to it. So I asked him what he was up to. And he says this skull sees things he can't see and tells him stuff.
Did it also tell him that you cheat at dice?
What? We don't cheat. Never.
Voiter said otherwise. He saw you flipping the dice, you argued, and then he ended up robbed and tied to a tree.
Oh, he had it coming too. But it wasn't about the dice. He got it in the gob because of what he was saying. Like, it said I looked like some captain from Colleen who sired a lot of bastards. So I might be his son. And it's true I'm from Colleen, and I never knew my pa. Only the captain's brother, he said, is hunting down those bastards and killing them so they can't claim any inheritance rights.
And you believed him?
It was really convincing, I'm telling you. When that fella talked about all them murders, I felt like the Grim Reaper was breathing down my neck. He would have told me more. But then Clovis hit him with that stick, because he saw how shaken I was. And you know the rest.
Well, that's quite the tale, but you could have kept it to yourself. Voiter told me what really happened. You played dice with him, and when he caught you cheating, you beat him up and robbed him.
Horse shit, I'm telling you, it's all that bloke's fault. Not a bloke, more like some kind of warlock.
Did it not occur to you that something could happen to that man if you left him tied up somewhere?
I told Clovis that, but he said someone would definitely find him and set him free eventually. That's how it was, innit? You found him, and he's all right?
All right. He's in God's hands now. When I found him, wolves were tearing the last shreds of meat off his bones.
Oh, God! We killed him! So what are you doing here? Did they send you from Trotsky to find us? And drag us to court? Are we going to hang?
Don't worry. The painter is alive and well. But he did send me to retrieve a few of his lost belongings.
Huh. You could have spared me that.
Clovis said you have the painter's brushes. Will you give them back?
Look, I'd love to, but how can I put it? This whole thing stinks. How do I even know you really know the painter? Maybe you're just here to rob us of what we honestly
stole?
Doesn't matter anymore. The brushes are mine, and that's that.
Look, you've already run into Voiter once, and you're still clearly shitting yourself from it. And now imagine what he'll do when I tell him you won't return his stuff.
If he cries into his pillow over them brushes at night, I'm sorry. But I'm just not handing them over to you that easily.
What use would paintbrushes even be to the likes of you? You just like to show off with that bow, don't you? And then secretly scribble lewd pictures?
Fine. Let's settle it with a shooting match. I'll wager the brushes, you put up a nice pile of groschen, and the winner takes all.
Here.
Well, my friend.
Get set! And we're off!
Oh, shit, I'm not hitting a thing. Shit, them arrows are flying all over the place. Too bad my old woman ain't seeing this. And we're home free! Well, I'll be. You beat me, but I admit it was a fine win. Here you go. The brushes are yours.
Come on now.
A bit more.
Next time it'll be...
I've got the stuff they stole from you.
You must have been sent by God himself. Thank you.
It's nothing. But tell me this. What kind of trick were you playing on me? I asked those two what happened, and they said it was you who started the argument.
Me?
They said you suddenly started acting really strange. What actually happened?
Nothing. If I did anything odd, it was only after they hit me on the head.
Are you sure? Those two seem pretty shaken up.
And I nearly got eaten by wolves and have a lump on my head. Can we agree it's my word against theirs?
You didn't provoke them? I talked to both of them for quite a while, and they both said the same thing. If they were lying, I'd know.
Fine. I didn't tell you the whole truth. Even before I almost became a practice target, I wasn't in the best frame of mind. Maybe I started telling them something their empty heads couldn't understand, and they took it out on me. But can we finally stop going into this over and over? Tell me, how did things end with those two? Did you settle things peacefully?
Yes. Both of them are alive and well.
I'm glad to hear that. Thanks again for your help. And don't think I'm going to express my gratitude only in words. I promised you a reward, and you'll get it. Here, take these dice of mine. They've brought me nothing but trouble. And to be honest, I wanted them back just so I could give them to you. And not just them. You know what? I'll paint something on your shield. Judging by the look of you, that could be a very useful reward.
What do you mean?
You may have the face of a village lad, but you're a warrior. Even my painted skull can see that. And it's got no eyes.
It feels like you know me a little too well.
It's just your imagination. I only know what others have told me about you.
Like who?
Does it matter? Instead, tell me what you think of my idea for the shield. It's a good reward, right?
That's a really nice reward. Thank you.
If you want, we can get started right away. What do you say?
Can you paint a shield for us?
This isn't a very convenient time, sorry. Come back when there's more daylight.
How much do they pay you here?
Not enough, friend. Definitely not enough to make up for all the trouble this job gives me.
It's intricate work, isn't it? I saw a workshop in a monastery once where monks copied and illustrated books, and they didn't look too happy doing it.
And they don't even create anything themselves. They just follow patterns. But someone like me has to think 3 times about where the first stroke of the brush will go before even starting. In short, you need a subject, and it's out there somewhere.
I don't know. Your little walks don't usually end well. Can't you just paint here? Nice and quiet.
Of course, I could sit on my arse and paint only what the lords tell me to. But I work differently than other painters. I've got much higher ambitions.
I'm curious what can I choose?
Whatever you like. That my first, then we'll and to finish it, watch out though. And if it turns...
Why are you painting here in Trusky, of all places?
Because I can. An artist goes where the work is. They don't get to choose. One day you're decorating a cathedral, the next you're illustrating letters.
I thought monks in monasteries did that kind of work.
And you'd be right. Well, mostly. A monk will illustrate a book for you, but nobles and clerks are more interested in letters and contracts. Every year they have stacks of them written, and they all have to be nicely decorated.
Do you still need help with something?
Do you feel like you haven't done enough yet?
Honestly, I could use a few extra groschen.
And I could use a helper. What a coincidence. Tell me, Henry, do you believe in signs?
I don't believe in that. It's just old wives' tales.
Really? And the fact that you saved me must have been an unbelievably lucky coincidence.
Why do you think so?
Call it vanity if you want, but I've spent my whole life yearning to create something truly great and meaningful. Something that would remain after I'm gone, so that even 100 years from now, people would know that someone named Voiter lived here.
I don't know. I don't know many painters by name.
No? What about Master Theodoric of Prague? Or Giotto of Florence? And surely you've heard of the works of the Parlour Workshop.
Well, all of those are more like exceptions, aren't they?
And that's exactly what I want to change. Believe me, one truly exceptional painting would be enough to make me one of the greats. And here in the Trusky region, they say there's a place that could serve as my inspiration. Unfortunately, no one really remembers where it is, but you have already proven yourself to be quite skilled at finding lost things. Maybe that's why fate brought us together, to help me with my life's work.
It really doesn't just sound like a coincidence. What kind of place are you looking for?
Well, I hope you won't think I'm a heretic, but I'm curious what people believed in before they'd heard the word of the Lord. What did they think would happen after death? And where did they worship their idols? And they say that such a place can still be found in this region, a shrine where the pagan god Velez was worshipped in ancient times. Have you heard of him?
Sounds familiar. I think I saw that name in a book once. Something to do with cattle, or something like that.
Excellent, Henry. Velez is said to be the ruler of the underworld and protector of cattle. He looks like an ordinary man, but he's got horns on his head, so people sometimes mistake him for the devil. So, what do you say? Will you help me find his shrine?
All right, I'll help you. What do you need me to do?
Go to Vidlak Pond, north of Takov, and talk to the old woman who lives there. You'll find the place easily. They tan hides there, so you'll smell it from miles away. The woman's name is Kvietoslava. She should know something about the shrine.
If you know where the old woman is, why don't you ask her yourself?
Don't think I haven't tried. I've been to her twice. Once, she sent me off into some marsh, and the second time, she didn't even remember me. But a young lad like you might have better luck. Maybe you can jog her memory a bit.
Where did you say I could find this Kvietoslava?
West of Takov, by Vidlak Pond, among the tanners. You'll know it by the stench. It nearly turned my stomach inside out.
Are you sure the old woman knows anything about the shrine or Velez?
Absolutely. I've walked around Vidlak myself. There's a place on the hill above the pond that's called the Witch's Grove. I thought I'd find the shrine there, but unfortunately not. No horned head. So I asked the fishermen and tanners down below and found this Kvietoslava. but getting anything out of her is no easy task.
I'm always glad people like people like you. Careful. My word, this is a nice workshop. I've never seen one quite like it.
It's very modest. But if you're interested in the craft, feel free to look around. Just be careful not to get paint on yourself, or tread on a cat's tail.
Why not? I'd be happy to look around. Can you paint a shield for me?
By all means. What shield is it to be? We'll get right to it. It turned out well, didn't it?
Interesting.